We've come a long way since our doors first opened. Though our beginnings were modest, our vision was bold. With each passing decade, we grew. Times changed, and we adapted.
Which includes Algonquin, Ojibwe, Ottawa, and Potawatomi. Before we start, we'd also like to extend a warm welcome to Kawartha High School. They're here all the way from Wales. Thanks for coming out and watching today's match. Now, we ask if you could please rise, if able, and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem. Be seated. Thank you. All right, now let's make some noise to get set for the OCAA rugby action. Let's hear it for your Durham Lords. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for the Georgian Grizzlies starting 15. Number 1, William Whaley. Number 2, Matthew Fulton. Number 3, Ian Crawford. Number 4, Andrew Brown. Number 5, Parker Inglis. Number 6, Alex Graves. Number 9, Matthew Bembridge. Number 10, Ethan Phillips. Number 11, Jordan Carrier. Number 12, Riley Kirk. Number 13, William Madden. Number 14, Ethan Murray. Number 16, Rocco Breddy. Number 18, Jake Boulding. And number 19, Aiden Scott. The Georgian Grizzlies are coached by head coach Josh Morgan. Alrighty, now for the starting 15 of your Durham Lords. At the number 1, Patrick Lynch. Number 2, Andrew Neville. Number 13, Joel Cougar. Number 4, Connor Martin. Number 5, Emmanuel Milfort. Number 6, Trey Connor. Number 7, Dylan McLean Henry. Number 8, Ethan Montgomery. Number 9, Matt Gianfetti. Number 10, Owen McKinnon. Number 11, Harrison McCarretts. Number 12, Nate Bears. Number 13, Kayla McClenny. Number 14, Aaron Jackson, and number 15, Tyler Jones. The Lords are coached by John Watkins.
Hello and welcome to Lords Rugby here, as we're in the playoffs. Quarter-final matchup between the Durham Lords and the Georgian Grizzlies. I'm John Townsend on a very, very, very cold Saturday just afternoon here. 1 o'clock kickoff as Georgian's about to get underway. The Lords of a storied college here in the OCAA, wanting to raise another banner in these OCAA playoffs as they're getting off to a good start. There's a powerful run there from number 8, Ethan Montgomery. So go down, getting the offload ready. Good tackle, though, by Georgian to halt that progress. Lords coming into this game off on the back of a mammoth victory against Seneca, 67-0. And early knock on there by the Lords. Georgian takes advantage of the turnover. And referee calls it back. Played the advantage. And I believe Georgian's going to be opting for an early scrum, I believe. Let's see if the Lords can potentially win this ball back from the scrum. Good power by the Lords, not giving up. Georgian, though, keeps possession. Is going to attack. Good job breaking the challenge, though, by number 12. Terrific challenge there from number 13 on the Lords. Good little pop pass for Georgian, keeping that play alive. And they keep progressing forward. Georgian trying to progress their attack. Done a good job so far, though. And the Lords 22. Takes 2 men to bring him down. And it looks like they better just get over the line. Can the Lords hold? They cannot. Georgian strikes first here. So they scored a first try of the match. It's good effort by Georgian Grizzlies, being absolutely relentless there. Forcing it over the line. As they now strike first in this quarterfinal matchup. As they now lead 5-0. Now is the attempt. It's going to be a bit of a challenging one as it's from a bit of a difficult angle. Very much doable, though. So it has the distance. And through the uprights.
And the first try of the game scored by the Grizzlies, number 5, Parker England. The conversion is no good.
Oh, excuse me. The conversion is no good. The match remains 5-0. And that try was scored by Parker England, I believe. Number 5. Didn't even have to get the wingers involved much in that first possession. That's going to be an early knock-on. Lords managed to capitalize and turn the ball over. Lords had good success putting up a challenge up against the first scrum. Let's see how they can do with this one, with the Lords putting the ball in. As they win it cleanly there. However, the scrum does collapse. Good fight by Georgian. Georgian coming into this one has a record of 2-2-1, whereas Durham has a 3-2 record. However, they had some early season troubles as those two losses came in their first two matchups of the year against Conestoga and at Humber. Humber has had a fantastic year, finishing 5-0. But since then, they played St. Lawrence at home, beating them 21-19. They went on the road, beating Algonquin 52-13, and then just a few weeks ago, they beat Seneca 67-0 going into this matchup. But that's going to be another turnover here for the Lords. Georgian's now going the other way. There's a big pass to the winger. Has some space to move. Good job by the Lords to bring him down. Good job by the Lords to try and get a couple hands in the ruck to steal the ball. Couldn't do it that time. But it was terrific though, ruck from Georgian. As soon as the player goes down, there's immediately three people on top of him to offer support. Great effort there from the lock. And there's going to be a penalty there on Georgian, as Lords now regain possession. So they pop it out for touch. Here comes the Lords line out. Managed to win it as they get going on the way. Oh, a dangerous pass there is able to be retained by the Lords. Oh, terrific offload. He has a bit of support, but he needs to stay in bounds. As a Referee's blowing out one in the touch. Gonna be a Georgian line out. Excuse me, a Lord's line out. Lords win that line out with ease. They immediately go to a ruck, trying to steal a quick try. Lords are in good position here to capitalize. Just need a few more yards. Just need one player to break free. But Georgian is good, putting up a good effort as that ball is bobbled for a second. Lords are losing progress. That ball's popped up. I believe Lords managed to get control of it. That pass is bobbled, finds its way over to a winger. As Lords have a player down at the moment. Take a second to regroup. Looks like Lords are going to opt to kick it. Try and get some points on the board. I'll just give you a bit of background on myself. I used to play rugby. Not for about 5-6 years, and I played for about 5-6 years as well. But I absolutely adored the kicking. As let's see if Lords can put this through. As they get that with ease. Putting 3 up on the board. But absolutely adored kicking. That's the my favorite aspects of the sport. Just the composure, popping it through. But it's a fantastic game, rugby. And we have a fantastic game so far. Let's see if Georgia can continue their strong performance so far in this match. Good offload by the Lords. That's good job by Georgian. They've been bending but not breaking defensively. Oh, nice stiff arm there. Ooh. Big challenge there on Georgian on a Lords player. Lords almost able to get that back, but a good challenge to bring him down. Another big challenge from the Lords. So that was a mammoth challenge just a few plays ago there from Emmanuel Milford. 6'1" from Oshawa, Ontario, went to Maxwell Heights. A big, big imposing challenge here on Georgian. As that ball's booted out into touch. Georgian wins the lineup as they're progressing. That's stolen there by the Lords in the ruck. And Georgian steals it back momentarily. I believe they're calling a knock on Georgian. Lord's ball. As I believe they could be popping this one into touch. You have a fantastic angle of this line out here, right in front of the camera. Good strong play there by the Lords. They have numbers in support though if they can get it out wide. Can't quite get the quick pop-up pass. It's booted out to clear some space for Lords. It goes back out in the touch. We have a Georgian line out. Lords unable to fully bring down Georgian. Georgian's attack today has been very, very impressive. Very powerful. Every single player is needing one or two Lords to bring him down, and they cannot bring him down so far. Stopped just before the try line. Goal line stand here for the Lords. Georgian still can't get through. But there's going to be a penalty, though, on Georgian. Lords managed to escape with one. Good goal line stand there by the Lords. After number 12, Riley Kirk, managed to burst through the Lords' defense. Danger's not completely averted yet, as Lords have to deal with a scrum. They are popping the ball in, though. A lot of power there from the Grizzlies. So just on the edge. And they do get through in the end for a try. Great effort there from the Grizzlies to force the restart of that first scrum, win the ball back. They now lead the Lords momentarily, 10-3. Let's see if they can nail the conversion from a pretty good spot. There's the fly half for Georgian. Number 10, Ethan Phillips. He stumbled on the kick momentarily, but it goes through.
With their second try of the game, scored by Andrew Brown, number 4.
That try was scored by number 4, Andrew Brown.
First convert for the game.
They now lead 12-3. Here we go again. With 25 minutes gone here. So far, Georgia's been controlling this quarterfinal. They played very well against this Lords team. A penalty here for another scrum. Lords putting the ball in. all day so far, this Georgian scrum, as Lords managed to get through for their first try of the game. I was about to gloat about the Georgian scrum. All of a sudden, the Lords capitalized with the first try. Fantastic burst of speed there. Excuse me, I can't quite see the number of the gentleman who scored it, but that was fantastic wake-up call here for the Lords to get things underway.
And Durham's first try of the game, scored by our very own Ethan Montgomery.
And that's right, to be scored by number 8, Ethan Montgomery from Whitby, Ontario. As that is trying to see if that kick was good, and I believe it was. It was. Now Lords only down by 2 points. Good job on the conversion there from Owen McKinnon. Fly half from Whitby, Ontario as well. As we get back underway. Deep kick there from Georgian. As dangerous pass that's knocked on and out of bounds. So now Georgian's going to be taken over in a very dangerous spot right in the Lord's 22. It's a good steal effort there from the line out, but Lords can't come up with it as they're just trucked on that challenge. And they're bringing them down in the end. Going to the third phase. Dangerous pass that is dropped and stolen there by the Lords. They're going to pull that back for a knock on. It's unfortunate there for the Lords because it was kind of bobbled between both teams and not given the advantage. Nevertheless, Lords now have a scrum. Referee didn't see something he liked, so he's going to call that back for a second, have a quick chat. I'll say, from my opinion, rugby has the best referees in any sport. Players have respect towards the referee. They may voice their opinion, but the referee is able to, most times, call it down the line. Kind of put them back in the check. As well as at the professional level, I do love that the referees have their headsets hooked up so you can hear every single thing that they are saying and every conversation that the players have with the referee. I mean, you may disagree with the call, but at the end of the day, you'll be able to talk together like adults. I do quite enjoy seeing those conversations. But the Lords managed to get the ball back as they booted out for touch for another line out here. You have a fantastic view of this line out, right in front of the camera. Good offload there by the Lords. Able to catch Georgian slipping for a second. Able to gain 10 yards. So they keep going. So it's all the way out in the touch. It's Coach Daniel Cooper advising his team on the sidelines to take the line out here. Georgian puts the ball for their scrum. Was putting up a good effort, but Georgian wins it in the end. And then able to get numbers. Last man back. Good challenge there from TJ. Some pushing and shoving at the end of that ruck. Referee steps in to separate them, but either way we go. It's a good job by the big man from Zimbabwe, there from Georgia, number 27, Tad Mwendisi. As Georgians right on the edge of the try line now. Can they find the right person to bring it in? They cannot that play. That's going to be a loss of yards. Big, big, big challenge there from the Lords. There's a pick up and run there. With Georgia not having many players outside of the current ruck at the moment, you'd have to imagine they're just picking up and going, which they are doing. Good stand by the Lords. As Georgia trying to spread it out wide. Misplaced pass though, so they can't quite get the momentum. Right on the edge. Good tackle there by the Lords to stop him from going over the line. Has to be the 6th or 7th phase of this attack so far. Actually, since the last stoppage, probably had 12 phases. But still, the Lords have not let them in yet. That's going to be a challenge, though, for this one, as they managed to get over the line with help from the big man from Zimbabwe, Tad Mwendesi. It's a good stand there by the Lords, but when you give Tad that much space to generate power, it's going to be that's a difficult man to bring down without giving up a yard. So now with Georgian up 17-10. Possibly 19, depending on the conversion.
And the Grizzlies' first try.
Good time to mention that the Lords so far this season, in their wins, the most points that they have allowed the opposition to score is 19, and that was in that match against St. Lawrence that started their winning streak. As that is going to go off the uprights, unlucky for Georgian. As they cannot get that conversion. So the score now remains 17-10. It's a big miss there for Georgian. As Lords, if they get a try and a conversion, it's a tie game. With about 3 minutes left before the end of the half. Let's see if the Lords can potentially steal the ball back and get another score before halftime. Beautiful high kickoff there. Brings him down. Pleading for bodies there on the north side of the field. Good challenge there by Lords, driving him back, costing them yards. There's going to be a penalty there, Georgian ball. That's going to be popped out. Just over our heads.
Trey, let's take this, okay? Stand right at the front. Pin him up. Make him go.
Here comes the line out. That's a big lineup, knocked on, caught by the Lords. This advantage is going to be being played. With about 2-3 minutes here left to go. As Lords managed to catch a break, going the other way, doing a good job. Lords in a great situation. They just need to make sure that they stay in bounds in the last couple of minutes to make sure they get some points on the board. Good job spreading it out wide. As Patrick's going to be brought down there. Lords are looking a little bit gassed at this point. That pass, you want to catch it with some speed to drive into the opponents. As that's going to be almost bobbled out of bounds. Lords managed to save it at the last second. Good stand, though, by Georgian. Some early worries. Managed to force Lords back about 5-10 yards. Nice offload. Bobbled, turnover, dangerous spot. As he is running, and he might be able to break free. Fantastic offload pass there from the 10. It was a great defensive effort there from Ethan Phillips. As well as a good job by number 9, Matthew Bembridge, to be able to get there. As it looked like for a moment, Lords would be able to get a score just before halftime. Tables have turned, and it looks like Georgian is hoping to get the last score of the half. Be a big defensive stand here. Lords can manage to withstand this offense, and that is a big challenge, though, as Georgia manages to get over the line. So for a second try today as well from Tad Mwendesi. He's a big man who is very tough to bring down. As even with two Lords players there, they're not able to bring him down. As so Lords player is still on the ground.
And second try for number 27 on the Grizzlies, Tad Mwendesi.
They're looking at this this lineup here for Georgian. They have some players from all over the world here. As the number 25, Paul Amos Amau, is from Nigeria. Secondary school is Deeper Life. And of course, the two-time try scorer, Tad Mwendesi, is from Zimbabwe. Secondary school is called Watershed. As well as the prop, number 20, Vincent Kaliwag, is from the Philippines. It's nice to see some international representation in these squads. As that conversion is going to be good. Right through the uprights. That's going to bring the score now to 24, I believe. Yes, my math is correct. 24. 24 to 10. So you go into halftime with Georgian Grizzlies leading the Lords here in the quarterfinal of the OCAA playoffs.
We've come a long way since our doors first opened. Though our beginnings were modest, our vision was bold. With each passing decade, we grew. Times changed, and we adapted. We evolved, and we delivered. Market-driven programs that get our grads jobs. Seamless support services that wrap around our students. Sustainable practices that protect our earth. For the past 10 years, our mission ensured that the student experience came first at Durham College. But we've reached a tipping point. As we reflect on all we've accomplished and look closely at where we stand, it's clear. We're not just putting the student experience first, we're reinventing it. What's happening on our campuses, across our communities, and around the globe is a DC-grown and led transformation of the way we learn, the way we teach, the way we work, live, and lead. The many paths to post-secondary education merge and weave in so many new ways, and our approach to delivering that education, advanced learning that innovates, inspires, and changes lives, is just as varied. We are shaping this transformation shoulder to shoulder, heads down while working hard, but always with clear eyes on the future. This is our stake in the ground. We are DC, and together, we are leading the way.
And welcome back to the match there. As Lords get underway early. Managed to win themselves a scrum. Wanting to correct the course of the first half here for the Lords, as they looked well in aspects for the Lords. However, Georgian's just power was something to behold in that first half. There wasn't a single scrum that Georgian didn't put up a massive fight, if not one, in that first half. It's been a difficult opponent for the Lords to manage to get anything out of. So the challenge that they go through, you could tell from the Lords players coming in the halftime that they were absolutely gassed. Now that's going to be a good run there to start things off. Gain some ground. Sends it out wide. This is where the Lords can do some damage with the speed, but they cannot if they do a knock on. Good effort there by the Lords in the scrum. They're not able to win the ball, but they are able to win that challenge. There's a hell of an effort there. And again with the secondary challenge, I can't quite see the number. Nice little no-look offload there. Good job though by Georgian to get the numbers back to handle the pace of the wingers. Lords are able to get through and put it over the line for a try. Good way to start things off in this half for the Lords. Score the first try just under 3 minutes. Going to bring the score now 24-15. If you're the Lords, this is the type of match you need to, or the type of scoreline you need to just make sure Georgian doesn't run out in front, doesn't continue to get multi-try leads. If they get this conversion, Lords will only be down by 7 points. Just keeping this thing close until the end. Making sure that they don't concede any unforced errors with knock-ons. Here's a conversion attempt. And that's going to be no good as it just misses the right upright. Looks like he might have dragged his foot a little bit on that kick.
Just to open up the second half, our very own Ethan Montgomery, number 8.
But that was Ethan Montgomery though with the try. And Lords are still trailing though by 9 points. That's definitely what you want to see to start off this half, if you're a Lords fan. It's going to be a high boot there. Good effort though in the air to come down with that ball for the Lords. That pass is bobbled and it's going to be knocked on as well. Unforced error there by the Lords. It's going to be Georgian ball with the scrum. Georgian comes away with that scrum with the ball. That's going to be popped in the touch. Couldn't quite see who that ball was off of. I suspect it's going to be a Georgian throw. Oh, excuse me, Lord's throw. Nice trickery there from the Lords to get that ball in. As he's going to have a little bit of space there if he can get past the last defender. As they bring him down. Nice attack there from the Lords. I'm not sure exactly what that call was, because I don't believe it was a knock on. I believe the call was actually that he was moving while he was already on the floor.
10 has to roll, correct, sir? Tackler has to go. Tackler's got to go before he can take the ball.
So here Daniel Cooper saying, wanting correction on the call, saying that the tackler has to go before the fly half can take the ball. Waited a little bit too long for that last second offload. It was a good attack momentarily there for the Grizzlies. Surprised they didn't pop it up just a little bit. As soon as the tackler for the Lords committed, popped that thing up, and that play would have had at least 10 yards to be able to gain. That's going to be turned over as Lords progressing up the pitch. Sends it out wide to the winger. He's able to get through. Pops it back inside. Goes down good phase there for the Lords. As that's going to be an offside call on the Lords. Oh, excuse me, an offside call on Georgian. It's getting a bit chillier here in Auschwitz. That's 9 degrees. Wind's been a bit hit or miss. Windy for 10 minutes. No wind for another 10 minutes, so it's the wind chill hasn't been fully in effect yet, but it's definitely starting to pick up now. It's funny because early on in the week everyone was in shorts and not so much shorts, but at least short sleeve shirts. And then it's back to the coldness. It's very much October here in Ontario, where the weather is up and down. There's the injured players now up. think I just felt a little bit of rain as well starting to come down. That's going to be popped over the fence. Unfortunately, someone's going to have to jump over that to collect the ball. Good turnout here today at the match. All the stands are full, despite the weather. We get back underway. Lords have the ball. Good pop pass. Now they have space. And he's going to take it all the way, and that's going to be in there for a try. Lords again cut down the gap now, as they only trail by 4 points, 24-20. It's a great run there from number 12, Nate Barnes, first-year player from Ajax, Ontario. Now this is going to be a bit of a difficult conversion. The wind is blowing, let's say, southeast. So in order to get this, I'd say he would need to put this, almost be aiming for the left post. So make sure the wind kind of pops it back over a little bit. And that's going to be far right.
And the second try for your
Unfortunate there for the Lords, as they still now trail by 4.
12, Nate Barnes.
It's unfortunate. It looked like he didn't really account for the wind much. Looks like he hit that kind of dead on. Either way, Lords will now get the ball back off the kickoff.
Hey, another gear now.
This is really when Lords Championship DNA is going to be showing here. As that is going to be miskicked badly off the kickoff. That was... You have to surely assume that was just a missed bounce of the ball for the drop kick. So that's going to be a scrum now. Lords put the ball in right at midfield. We have a great view of this scrum. Lords win that back easily. They're going to pop and go, though. Able to get some good yards. Fantastic ruck there by the Lords. Great effort there from number 8, Ethan Montgomery. It was poor tackling there from Georgian. You can't go high. That was a good challenge though from number 10. As what I believed was going to be a knock on. As temper starting to flare a little bit between the teams. But I thought it was a second for a knock on. Referee blows it back. Georgia manages to come out of that scrum with the win. Apologies for the delay. With the wind and rain, we just had to move the tent to protect the camera, but back now. That's going to take a lot more players to bring down that man. So I scored 2 tries today. Georgian has numbers on the wing. If they can stay in bounds, which they managed to do, it's a good offload there from number 22. Good challenge there by the Lords. So trying to kick it. Difficult ball though. Able to be controlled. Both teams haven't really been using the kicking game today. Which, to be honest, given the Lords' speed, I'm surprised that they haven't tried to implement as much. Because they haven't really been able to generate that many passes on each phase. So in order to, counteract that with just the power of Georgian, trying to boot the ball and getting the wingers to chase after it, they haven't been doing that much this game whatsoever. Let's see if they can change that moving forward. The way Lord set the ball, so he'll be kicking it into touch. Sure you do. Good job by the Lords to hang on to that one. As the wind's really starting to pick up here in Oshawa. Dangerous ball positioning there. Almost got he almost got stripped. Hangs on to it though. Good offload. Good job going back inside by the Lords, but forces a knock on. Referee plays Georgian advantage. As Georgian's going to manage to break free of the tackler. And referee's going to blow the whistle. Georgian foul as wind is very much so picking up. I think the wind is very powerful. If he was just to kick it right down the center of the field, it would blow out of bounds. So fans not able to pull that ball down. Out for a touch. Lords now have a line out. We have a substitution now for Georgian. His next in the game is going to be number 25. With number 19 coming into the game, and that's number 19 is going to be Aiden Scott, and exiting the game is going to be number 25, Paul Amos Ammo, excuse me. As rain is coming down. It's cold, it's wet, it's windy. It's perfect conditions for a rugby match. Can bring him down there for the Lords. Good phase. Nice offloads. Lords seemingly have a bit of momentum now, but it is tarnish, as that's going to be a knock-on. Another turnover here for the Lords to just make the comeback job even more difficult here with 19 minutes to go. Lineout's won by Durham. George managed to get the ball as they kick it out wide. Goes into touch for a line out. I really should have watched my words when I was talking about the weather, as it is very much picked up. Having to hold the tent up so it doesn't blow away at the moment. Here's Lords with the line out. Able to win that. Wins it well, but another knock on. That's just been the story of this half for the Lords. Third or fourth one of this half. I gotta say, with it being this cold and this wet, you have to feel it for the players on a day like today, where your muscles are just cramping and very difficult to move around. You'd probably have to chalk the knock-ons up to that as well. Oh, that's gonna be a good run though by Georgian. Good ruck attempt. Not going to work that time. Georgian still has the ball. Ball comes back out. They have numbers on the wing, but that's misplayed. The ball's we popped in the touch for a line out. As that ruck's going to keep going. Or if he's going to call it back. Oh, shrugs off one tackle. He's been a handful for the Lords today. It's number 10 for Georgian. Ethan Phillips. Great penalty there, though. Grizzlies ball. .13 minutes left here at Thompson Rugby Park. Game still anyone's to win. Score like 24-20. A very tight affair so far today. One though by Georgian on the line out. The Lords are going to need to stop the momentum and bring them down with some power, as they do just there. As Georgian just gets over the line to extend the lead 29-20. Big moment in the match for them, as they are now leading by more than a try with 11 minutes to go. There's a conversion. Now this is a very difficult attempt here with the wind. If he's able to get this conversion, it's going to be very impressive. And he just manages to get it through off the crossbar. Well done. Ethan Phillips has had one hell of a game so far today. Definitely been one of the men of the match here for Georgian. Him as well as number 27, Tad Moendesi. So just want to get this one underway quickly. Line out now for Georgian. This will be won by Georgian. Apologies for technical difficulties, but Lords are going to need to get the ball back here in a hurry. Down 11 with just under 5 minutes to go. So going to need a bit of luck like that if they can pounce on it. Good job by Georgian to recover that. Big opportunity here for the Lords with their scrum. With Georgian's defense right now, probably one of mine little pick and pop, which is what they go for, but it's corralled very quickly. It's been knocked backwards. Lords start the ball, and then it's turned over though by Georgian. As there's a Lords player down at the moment as well. Trainers on seeing him. I'm just going to go over and attend to the injured player. Seems to be no signs of this rain letting up. But looks like we're going to get back underway here. But 1 minute left here. Yeah, good opportunity for the Lords to be together. Recognize, unless miraculous happens, probably the last time they'll be on the field together this season. But a fantastic effort though by Georgian Grizzlies today. Just absolute power behind them. Every single player needed 2 or 3 Lords to take them down, and just held together strong defensively, forced turnovers from the Lords. And a fantastic effort today from Georgian as well. Barring the unforeseen, we'll move on here in these OCAA playoffs. as it's going to be Georgians put in for the scrum. You'd have to assume if they win it, they'll pop it out of bounds to end this game. And here we go. Georgian wins that. Good job by Georgian to stay up. They finally managed to take him down. As misplayed ball there momentarily. Works out in Georgian's favour, is able to gain some field position. As Lords managed to get the ball back quickly. Lords went a little bit too quickly for the Lords. The Lords went too quickly for the referee's liking there. So he calls it back. So the trainer on the field just to attend to a Grizzly. Who's getting back underway? Say, kick it out of bounds. Into touch.
Come on, Lords!
My thinking is because there was a penalty, it doesn't end the game automatically. It's a good ruck though by the Lords to maintain possession. It's a good defensive stand there from Georgian. But we just heard the referee say 1 minute, so suspected with the injuries, he was giving a bit of injury time there. As there's another Georgian player down. And here we go with a scrum. Scrum collapses momentarily for the Lords, but Georgian gets possession of it as they are looking to boot it out of bounds, which will confirm their victory as Georgian Grizzlies advance here in the OCAA playoffs. Fantastic effort by both teams today, but at the end of the day, Georgian was just too powerful for the Lords to handle, which will end the Lords season right here. Later on tonight, we have a basketball matchup. Tune in for the women's game at 6 o'clock and the men's game at 8. And I've been John Townsend. Thank you so much for joining us.